Alright, so welcome to Pbteck. I'm Prince, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can actually solve your signal problem. Okay, so whenever you receive this error notification on your screen, I'm talking of this error. Okay, it states that there is no signal. This may be due to bad weather or a faulty connection in your installation. Okay, so whenever you receive this error E48-32, it actually states that you are not having any signal. Since the satellite is the main source of your signal, the first thing that you should do, or the first thing you should point it out, will be the satellite dish. Okay, and if you are using a smaller satellite dish, a KU band, when it's raining or there is a heavy wind blow, the KU band LNBs or universal LNBs cannot stand to get you the signal. Okay, so if you are using a C band and there is a heavy wind blow, you're still probably gonna get a signal. Okay, so if it's raining and you are experiencing this error, don't even bother yourself solving this problem, because after the rain stops, you're gonna get a signal back. Okay, but if it's not raining and you are still having this error notification on your screen, after checking your weather condition, the next thing that you should check is the cable that is carrying the signal from the LNB that is on top of your satellite dish to the receiver. Okay, so here at the back of your decoder, you need to remove the cable that is connected onto the LNB inputs, the coax cable from the LNB. Okay, so remove the cable and then make sure that it's well fixed onto the LNB input. Okay, so fix the cable wall, and after fixing the cable wall, the next thing, if you are still experiencing the same error on your screen, in most cases whenever this error attacks your decoder, it makes it to freeze. So the only thing that you should do is to reboot the decoder to make sure that you are still not having the signal yet. Okay, so after rebooting and there is no positive outcome, the next step is to check whether no one have ever changed anything on the settings menu. But if you know clearly that you are living alone and no one have ever changed anything on the settings menu, you have to ignore this step. Okay, but if you are not sure of yourself whether someone might have changed something over there, just pick up your remote, look for the DSTV logo, okay, the blue logo on it, on your remote. It will take you to menu. Okay, press on it and then look for settings. Okay, settings, come down to satellite settings. Okay, home network. Home network. Okay, and then come to launch installation wizard. All right, so here we have the satellite page right here. With the satellite, if you are living in the listed countries right here in the IS20 or IS20 page, we have listed countries on your screen: Botswana, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, South Africa, Swaziland, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. So if you are living in the listed countries that I have just mentioned, you just have to select the satellite IS20 and you press OK. And if you can't find your country name on this list, you need to change the satellite name to E36B. So if you are living in Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire, and the rest of Africa, select E36B. Okay, and then you move on with the same steps. Okay, so you press OK. Press OK and then come down to manual setup. Okay, they save. Okay, you move on here. If everything is in its position and you are having the signal strength will show over here. So the LNB type have to be universal. If we are using a Zappa HD decoder, it has to be a universal. But if we're using a Zappa HD and they use a unique cable, which is a smart LNB to install, it will be a unique cable TM/SAT-CR. So for you to know clearly where or which LNB type that they use, you need to change it right here to know which one will bring the signal strength and then the signal quality. Okay, but you can, for you to know clearly the LNB type, they normally use universal LNBs to install a zapper decoder. So look at the front of your decoder, check your decoder model. If it's an Explorer decoder, you need to select the unique cable TM/SACR, and if it's an zapper decoder, select the universal LNB, unless it is an extra view installation or they use a smart LNB to install. Okay, so change it to know whether there is a change of LNB. Okay, so after selecting your LNB type universal, come down to the scan option. Here you have to make sure that the signal strength and the signal quality have filled up, indicating that there is a signal over there. So when you reach here and nothing have filled up over here, meaning you are not having the signal from the satellite dish. So the next thing that you should do is to come here. This is the LNB on top of your satellite dish. Okay, if we are using an Explorer decoder and they install it with a DSTV smart LNB, this is the LNB that you want to find on top of your satellite dish. Okay, right here you have universal, one universal here, and then 3 unique cable ports. Okay, so all you got to do, just remove the cable. The first thing to do on the LNB is to remove the cable that is inserted into the LNB ports, and then check the cable whether it has rust. Okay, it's used to rust a lot, so check the pin. If it has rust, you need to just cut and then put in a fresh one. Okay, fix it really well and make sure there is no problem with the cable and then the LNB input. Okay, so after fixing the cable, if the problem was from the cable, you're gonna get your signal right there. So if there is still no signal, the last thing will be checking the satellite dish to get a signal, meaning the dish have moved from its normal position, that is receiving the signal, the DSTV signal for you. Okay, so all you got to do is to make sure that the dish is strong enough to get the signal, and then lose it a bit, change the direction, and then let someone watch it for you. When the signal flashes issue, recall your attention, and then you stop there, tighten it up, and then go ahead and scan. Okay, so if you are someone that you got a signal after checking the cable and other stuff, all you got to do is to come down here, press OK, and then scan. Okay, so which patient will have the scanning, you're gonna get your channels back successfully. Okay, so that's it. If you find this video helpful and today's being your first time watching me on this channel, all you got to do is to subscribe and hit the bell icon. You lose nothing by subscribing. Thanks for watching. Bless up.